Assalamualaikum and good day to all. Okay, this video is going to be on my proposal presentation, part one, prepared for research methodology course. So let us begin with the introduction, the first part of the presentation, which is the introduction part. Okay, so in this introduction part, I have included all these points, all right, which is first one to start with the introduction, background statement, problem statement, objectives, research questions, significant of the study, and the last one, scope of the study. And then we will continue with the second part, which is on the literature review. So let us begin with the introduction. All right, 2020 Malaysia Movement Control Order implemented by Malaysian government as a preventive measure to curb the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Not only Malaysia, but also worldwide are somehow hit by this pandemic, COVID-19. So, due to this condition or situation, all schools, universities, colleges, and etc. was somehow forced to halt their activities and just stay at home to ensure that they're not infected. So, this situation somehow sparked a very great interest in me or in the researcher to find out whether students are somehow, whether students are equally motivated to learn via online platforms compared to the traditional face-to-face classroom that they have previously, right? Because at the moment, I think, especially universities, most of the university are somehow in whether in week 7 or week 8 of the semesters. So they will have to continue the remaining semesters, assignments and whatnot at home. So it is important to somehow know about the aspects of the students' motivation in online learning, okay? Because according to Shang and Zimmerman, self-motivation may be increasingly important as students participate in online learning environment because due to the situation that their instructors are somehow not physically around, right? And then for the background, I also include another views by Pinterest 2003, which says that students with more developed self-regulatory cognitive skills tend to be more academically motivated and learn more than others. So when we are talking about online learning, of course, it has somehow related to self-regulation, self-motivation, self-discipline, and whatnot. So I'm not trying to look up at more at other aspects, but only on the motivation aspects. So the problem statement again, I started with mentioning some studies by Nakanishi, which is that to achieve the goals and ensure success, motivation is important factor because it can influence the efforts and acts of learners and determine the right attitudes. Another study that I include in the to problematize my problem statement is also by Haslinda Haji Hashim, which found that using ICT tools in language learning actually has a big potential as motivational factors. So, according to a few of these studies, motivation does play important factors in determining successful language learning online. So, in the context of online learning during MCO, it is actually important because, as we all know, this move was implemented abruptly without much preparation on the students as also on the teachers' part. So, to some, I think not to some, but I think to lots of educators and also learners, this has been a problem to them. All right, and to ensure this, to ensure the effectiveness, I think the aspects of motivation is important for us to somehow explore and worth studying about. And with this understanding, all right, it is hoped that the educators, the administrators, and teachers can plan for better intervention or approach to somehow effectively use online learning. Okay, so the gap of my study is actually the MCO itself, right? Because there are actually numerous research was done on motivation and distance learning. However, at the moment of this research,